Thank you for sharing this truly historic day with us. The constitutional right to an abortion is no more. The Supreme Court this morning releasing a 6-3 decision that overturns Roe v. Wade and now leaves abortion rights as a question for each state to settle. The final ruling closely tracked that draft that leaked back in May. That heads up, if you will, by no means makes this day any less consequential. Justice Samuel Alito, writing for the majority, says Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, quote, on a collision course with the Constitution from the day it was decided. In a joint rebuttal, the court's three liberals wrote this: with sorrow for this court, but more for the many millions of American women who have today lost a fundamental constitutional protection, we dissent. The impact on women nationwide will be immediate. Nearly half of states have trigger laws or other plans in place to ban or place strict limits on abortion quickly. The Roe reversal was the goal, of course, of a decades-long conservative campaign to tilt the courts their way. The 3 Trump appointees to the high court, the culmination of that. Now, a new legal chapter unfolds state by state, as does a new political fight. We will hear from President Biden shortly. The House Speaker Nancy Pelosi vows to make abortion rights and the court the defining issue now in the midterm campaign. Let's kick off with the big legal decision and the ramifications. Our justice correspondent, Jessica Snyder, outside the court. Jess, tell us more.
Well, John, the Supreme Court here issuing its most consequential decision in decades, holding that there is no longer a federal constitutional right to get an abortion, and now handing the issue to individual states that will decide abortion rights for millions of Americans and millions of American women. And this change will happen fast. There are about 26 states that are expected to ban abortion completely, either immediately or in the months ahead. There are about a dozen states that have so-called trigger laws that will ban abortion either immediately or within about the next 30 days. Then there are about a dozen states that have these so-called zombie laws. These are actually abortion bans that were in effect before Roe v. Wade in 1973 that will go back on the books now that Roe has been overturned. Now, this is a 5-4 decision written by Justice Samuel Alito. It's almost identical to the majority opinion we saw leaked back in May. This 5-4 decision does not include the Chief Justice John Roberts. He dissented. He did agree that the Mississippi law at issue here, banning abortions at 15 weeks, he would have said that that could be upheld, but he did not agree with the majority of this court to go so far as overturning Roe v. Wade. In this majority opinion, Justice Alito writing that Roe was egregiously wrong. He also talked about how it had deepened divisions in this country rather than officially settling the issue when it was decided back in 1973. But the dissent writing a very pointed dissent here, saying that women's rights, their status as free and equal citizens is no longer. So, John, we're really seeing the deepening divisions of this changed court, a now solidly conservative court, and now today overturning Roe v. Wade. John?